Good morning, children. Today I will summarize the main points of the chapter 1 India size and location so that it will become part of your memory. So let's begin it. India is a vast country lying entirely in the northern hemisphere. India lies in northern hemisphere. Now, the mainland extends between the latitude 8 degree 4 minute to 37 degree 6 minutes. See, the latitudinal extends 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north. This is latitudinal extent of India. Now see, this is the longitudinal extent of India. 68 degree 7 minute east to 97 degree 25 minute east. Longitudinal extent of India 68 degree 7 minute east to 97 degree 25 minute east. Now see, the Tropic of Cancer. The Tropic of Cancer, it is the latitudinal line and the degree is 23 degree 30 minute north. So 23 degree 30 minute north, the Tropic of Cancer divide the country into almost two part. So almost half of the country lying south of Tropic of Cancer belongs to tropical area, and the remaining area north of the tropic lies to subtropics. So in the south we have tropical area, in the north we have subtropical. Now, to the south east and to the southwest of the mainland, see, to the southeast and to the southwest of the mainland, there is Andaman Nicobar Island in the southeast. Here, Andaman Nicobar Island in the southeast in Bay of Bengal. And toward the southwest we have Lakshadweep in Arabian Sea. So in our country we have two group of island, Lakshadweep and Andaman Nicobar Island. Now, as far as size of India is concerned, the total geographical area of India is about 3.28 million square kilometer, which accounts for about 2.4% of the total geographical area of the world. So total geographical area of India is 3.28 million square kilometer. Now see the figure. From this figure it is clear that India is the 7th largest country of the world. Now let's see the land boundary of India. India has the land boundary of about 15,200 kilometer. The land boundary is about 15,200 kilometer. The land boundary of India is about 15,200 kilometer, and the total length of the coastline of the mainland, including Andaman Nicobar and Lakshadweep, it is about 7,516.6 kilometer. The total the length of the coastline, it is about 7,516.6 kilometer. So the length of the land boundary is about 15,200 kilometer, and the length of the coast is about 7,516.6 kilometer, and the Gujarat is the state having longest coastline. Now see, India is bounded in the north by a young fold mountain, and the name of the young fold mountain is Himalayas. In the northwest, in the north and in the northeast, India is bounded with the young fold mountain, that is Himalayas. Now south of about 22 degree here, it becomes taper and extended toward Indian Ocean, dividing it into two seas, the Arabian Sea toward the west and Bay of Bengal toward the east. Now see, the east to west, the distance of India is 2933 kilometer. East to west, distance of India is 2933 kilometer, and north to south distance is 3240 kilometer. East to west distance is 2933 kilometer. North to south distance is 3240 kilometer. Now the distance from north to south and east to west in degree is 30 degree. Now from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh there is time lag of 2 hours. Let's justify the statement. From Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh there is time lag of 2 hours. How? I have already told you that both Gujarat and Arunachal Pradesh are located 30 degree longitude apart. It means distance from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh is about 30 degree, and the earth takes 4 minutes to rotate through 1 degree longitude. Thus to rotate through 30 degree longitude it will take 4 minutes into 30 degree, that is 120 minutes, that is 2 hours. So we can say that from Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat there is time lag of 2 hours. That's why when the sun rises in Arunachal Pradesh it is still dark in Gujarat. Hence the time along the standard meridian of India, the 82 degree 30 minute east passing through Mirzapur in the UP is taken as standard time for the whole country. Now from this topic we have a question given in your exercise. The sun rises 2 hours early in Arunachal Pradesh as compared to Gujarat, but in the west, but the watches show the same time. How does this happen? So I have already told you, from Gujarat to Arunachal Pradesh there is time lag of 2 hours. So time along the standard meridian of India, 82 degree 30 minute east passing through Mirzapur UP is taken as standard time for the whole country. So to avoid confusion in time from place to place, all watches in the country ran according to the time of 82 degree 30 minute east. Standard time. Standard time is the local time of a central meridian and is taken as time for the whole country. Now let's try to find out why 82 degree 30 minute has been selected as the standard meridian of India. Why we have selected the 82 degree 30 minute east as the standard meridian of India. We have chosen first of all because there is time lag of 2 hours from Arunachal Pradesh to Gujarat. Then 82 degree 30 minute east is the central meridian of Indian time zone. 82 degree 30 minute east is the central meridian of Indian time zone and divisible by 7 degree 30 minute. As it is the general understanding among the countries of the world that the meridian selected should be divisible by 7 degree 30 minutes. So 82 degree 30 minute east is the central meridian of Indian time zone and divisible by 7 degree 30 minute. And we have chosen it. Why? So it is chosen as the standard meridian in order to give uniform time to the country. We have chosen this meridian to give uniform time to the whole country. And to avoid confusion in time from place to place. To avoid confusion in time from place to place, we have chosen 82 degree 30 minute east as standard meridian of India. The next topic is that the latitudinal extent influence the duration of day and night as one moves from south to north. That means the difference between duration of day and night increases going far away from the equator. On the equator, the duration of day and night is about 12 hours each, and the difference between the duration of day and night increases going far away from the equator. I am repeating, on the equator, the duration of day and night is about 12 hours each, and the difference between the duration of day and night increases going far away from the equator. That is why the difference between the duration of day and night is hardly felt at Kanyakumari, because Kanyakumari is located near the equator, and it is the difference between duration in day and night increases going far away from the equator. So Kanyakumari is located near the equator, so the difference between the duration of day and night is hardly felt at Kanyakumari, but not so in Kashmir, because Kashmir is in subtropical zone far away from the equator. So here I have a question for you. Why is the difference between duration of day and night hardly felt at Kanyakumari but not so in Kashmir? So on the equator, the duration of day and night is about 12 hours each. The difference between the duration of day and night increases going far away from the equator. Kanyakumari is located near the equator, while Kashmir is in subtropical zone. Again I am repeating the question. Why is there difference between duration of day and night hardly felt at Kanyakumari but not so in Kashmir? The latitudinal extent influence the duration of day and night as one moves from south to north. On the equator, the duration of day and night is about 12 hours each, and the difference between the duration of day and night increases going far away from the equator. And you can see here, Kanyakumari is located near the equator, while Kashmir is in subtropical zone far away from the equator. This is time zone map, and this is Greenwich meridian. So the Greenwich mean time is 5 hours 30 minutes behind of Indian Standard Time. So you can say that the Indian Standard Time is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of GMT.